Ahead of Ilia Topuria's massive fight against Justin Gaethje at the White House, El Matador opened up on how he stays locked in mentally, not slipping even for a split second. He cautioned fighters against a common mistake, looking too far ahead instead of staying present in the moment. He says the real challenge only starts once you step inside the octagon. For those 15 or 25 minutes, everything outside of that should be treated like a normal day. According to Ilia, obsessing about the future only wears you down mentally before the fight even begins. In other lightweight news, Paddy Pimblett is still bitter about his loss to Justin and is openly calling for a rematch. The Liverpool star labeled Justin a dirty fighter over repeated eye pokes and said he took more from that one loss than from most of his wins. He's still determined to get that revenge. That said, a fight with Ilia Topuria now feels unlikely. Paddy's momentum took a major hit after the loss, and Ilia is expected to move up to welterweight if he gets past Justin. Let's roll the clip of Paddy calling for the Gaethje rematch.
What's happening with you at the moment?
I'm going to be fighting in like 12 weeks or something like that, I think. I'm going to be back. Someone's getting mufti, lad. I'm coming back for revenge after, I lost my last fight. It's one of them. Everyone loses, and that's how you learn. That's how you get better. I've probably learnt more from losing that fight than winning 7 other UFC fights. But I'll be back better and stronger, and everyone's going to see. I've always said it's in my destiny that I'm going to be the world champion, and I will. It's one of them, lads. At some point in your career, you need a loss to realise stuff, and I think that was that point in my career.
You'll get there, 100%.
I know I will, lad. I know I will.
It's
happening, lad. No one needs to tell me. I know I am. And hopefully I get the rematch with Gaethje. I've got nothing but respect for him, but he's a dirty bastard poking me in the eyes. So hopefully I get that rematch.
Khamzat Chimaev is making headlines once again after officially signing with Real American Freestyle Wrestling. Right after the signing was announced, Chimaev took to X and threw out a bold, open challenge to any Olympic champion wrestlers. He complained that he's struggling to find good sparring partners and offered a massive $200,000 payday to any Olympian who can survive a session with him. Interestingly, just one day before the signing was revealed, when asked about Arman Tsarukyan competing in RAF, Chimaev dismissed the promotion as low-level wrestling that didn't excite him. Now, less than 24 hours later, he signed with them himself. With his middleweight title fight against Sean Strickland looming at UFC 328, most likely his final fight at 185 before moving up to light heavyweight, Chimaev is clearly planning to stay sharp on the mats. A potential future wrestling clash with Colby Covington, who he already has heated history with from his welterweight days, could be on the horizon in RAF as well. Demetrious Johnson is making a strong prediction for the upcoming middleweight title fight, believing Chimaev will completely dominate Strickland and finish him in the 4th round. Let's roll it.
And my predictions for this fight against Khamzat Chimaev taking on Sean Strickland is I think it's going to be absolute domination. Khamzat's got a great team around him. He's doing the drilling. He's doing the sparring. He's not skipping anything. He's making sure he's going to leave no stone unturned. So for me, I have Khamzat Chimaev. I think he probably finishes him in the 4th round.
The one thing that makes Khamzat so well is that he's been training for a long time, not just in boxing, but also like jiu-jitsu, the wrestling. I think he said he did a little judo, I'm not sure, but he's been with the same coach for a very long time.
Yeah.
And he's well-rounded. The one thing that I love about when I'm watching Khamzat, from the outside we don't know who is the orchestra behind all this stuff. We see that his coaches are here. They're gonna monitor him, see how he's doing, see what they want him to work on, and then go that route. So I'm excited to see what he works on.
Arman Tsarukyan is staying in the headlines for all the wrong reasons. After throwing Uriah Faber flying off the mat and into the crowd during their RAF match, the two got into a heated backstage altercation. In a recent vlog video with Russian YouTuber Adam Zubayrev, the Armenian standout revealed that Faber confronted him after the match, calling him a spoiled rich kid. Arman didn't back down and fired back at the legend. On top of that, Tsarukyan reacted strongly to Sean Strickland's latest threat video, where Strickland stood in front of guns and made it clear he's ready for any street fight nonsense from Khamzat Chimaev. Arman called it pure promotion talk, saying Sean is just hyping the fight and that it actually benefits Team Chimaev more than anything. With the middleweight title fight between Chimaev and Strickland just 3 weeks away, this entire buildup has been incredibly toxic. Fans and analysts are now openly speculating that all this chaos and volatility is exactly why the UFC kept the fight off the massive White House card. The bad blood is real and things are only getting more heated. Let's roll the clip of Arman Tsarukyan's interview with Zubarayev.
Everything went exactly how I planned. I feel great, nothing hurts, and that's the most important thing. Nobody got injured either, which mattered a lot, especially since we both flew out of the mat. When I was flying through the air, I remember thinking that the height was freaking insane. It was crazy.
Tell me more about the kind of interaction you guys had backstage after that moment.
Afterward, backstage, he approached me all angry and frustrated, calling me a spoiled rich kid. He was very upset because of the embarrassment I gave him. What can you do? I'm on a different level. Right now, I'm not focusing too much on RAF because I'm heading to help Khamzat. He has a huge fight coming up. I'm confident he'll defend it and then eventually win the second and the third belt. As for Sean Strickland, I saw what he posted with the guns. It's just trash talk. Honestly, it was funny. Nobody really needs that kind of stuff. Everything should be settled in the octagon itself. That's where you prove who's better. If anyone really wanted to settle things outside, it would have already happened. This is sport. There's a task at hand. He's just promoting the fight, and it actually works in our favor. Even when he goes too far, it builds attention, and that's part of why he's fighting for the title. I'll also be the backup for the event where Ilia Topuria is fighting. I'll stay ready, on diet starting in May, so if someone pulls out, I can step in on short notice. Ideally, I'd want Justin to pull out, step in against Topuria and take the belt.
Merab Dvalishvili just shut down any possibility of a wrestling match against Umar Nurmagomedov. The former bantamweight champ made it clear he only wrestles for fun these days and has zero interest in stepping on the mats with someone he genuinely despises. The machine didn't hold back, saying he refuses to do any fun activities with Umar because the Dagestani has disrespected him in the past. Merab also pointed out that even if he wanted to wrestle Umar, the UFC would likely shut down the matchup. While the promotion usually doesn't allow active fighters to compete against each other in other organizations, Arman Tsarukyan and Shura Bullet just grappled a few weeks ago, showing that exceptions can happen. Right now, the Georgian is fully locked in and preparing for what looks like a summer trilogy fight against the champion Petr Yan. After their previous two battles, a third meeting between these two would easily be one of the most important bantamweight fights in the history. Let's roll the clip from Dvalishvili's interview.
No, that doesn't make sense because an interesting fight like against. Also, UFC has a rules. How they told me, UFC fighter against UFC fighter. They can. That's what Danny Ruby said, my manager. So and then I don't think UFC will let us fight. But anyway, I don't like this guy because he disrespects me, and I don't wanna. Wrestling match for him. My job is the fight. Whoever UFC give me, I will fight. If UFC give me him, I will fight. But wrestling is just for fun. For fun, I will never do fun matchup for against this guy. Because it's not fun for me. It's really he disrespects me.
That's it from MMA Psycho. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for daily MMA news.